14 signs of psychological manipulation most people miss. Have you ever felt taken advantage of by someone or of another person? You're most likely not off base. You're probably going to encounter a master manipulator at least once in your lifetime, which is a terrible fact. They put in their psychological magic in their professional and personal life, both at home and at work. People that are manipulative can frequently obtain what they want, whenever they want. Even though they are frequently regarded as winners, they have a devastating psychological impact on others around them. If you've ever been tricked by a manipulator, you know how painful it is to come to that realization. To avoid falling victim to a manipulator, it is crucial to identify the warning indications of manipulation. Let's examine how these masterminds manipulate your emotions and psychological processes to achieve their goals at your expense. Number 1. They bring you to their territory. Power is a potent thing, to put it mildly. Master manipulators constantly monitor the balance of power in each circumstance, and if they can take control, they will. You entering their territory, whether it be their home or workplace, is one way to keep that control. It might be a nice gesture if someone you don't know all that well invites you into their home. It could also be a tactic to guarantee that you won't speak out against them. Be wary of invitations that seem shady, especially if the host tries to exploit you while you're at their house. Number 2. They listen and dig. If you've ever dealt with a salesperson, or have ever been one, you are aware that there is a method to closing a deal. Prospecting is the first step, and manipulators do it too. They will pose as being friendly while posing broad and specific inquiries. They're figuring out your mentality, your response style, and your strengths and weaknesses. Watch out for people who ask too many questions. They might have a secret goal in mind. Number 3. They overwhelm you with information. Overloading you with information is another trick that con artists use to get you to buy something. They bombard you with a massive amount of information in the hopes that you will accept them as an authority, often accompanied by perplexing data sets or statistics. This tactic, known as intellectual bullying, frequently takes place at work during financial negotiations. It can also happen in interpersonal or social conflicts. Knowing more about something gives you more status, which gives the manipulator more control over you. Sometimes the manipulation has a purpose, and other times the manipulator just enjoys feeling superior. Number 4. They twist the facts. Miscommunication does occur occasionally. Some people will purposefully twist your words and claim innocence, which will make you feel insane. When you confront the manipulator about it, they frequently dismiss it or try to make you feel guilty. Avoid those who, when confronted with the truth, distort it to their advantage. Number 5. They block you with red tape. The following tactic is yet another strong move. In the workplace, it happens frequently when a superior abuses their authority over a worker. They will use bureaucracy to deny requests in order to keep their grip on power. Roadblocks will be put in place repeatedly until the subordinate eventually gives up and yields to the manipulator's influence. This power play may harm the parties involved as well as a company or organization. Number 6. They speak louder. Although not particularly thought-provoking, this strategy is another attempt to gain power. Louder speakers occasionally believe that their increased volume establishes their superiority. They think it makes them smarter or that it supports their case more persuasively. There isn't. However, manipulators continue to do it. However, their strategy is to intimidate you. They might also encourage your submission by droning on incessantly, denying you any opportunity to speak freely. They can dominate a conversation by using their aggressive body language and brash tone to make their targets listen. Number 7. They give you bad news. Bad news is another tactic used by manipulative persons to shock their prey. As a result, the emotional manipulation victim processes the news at a psychological disadvantage. It might be something innocent seeming, like playing the low ball during a negotiation. It could also cause harm to the target of the manipulation, as in the case where the manipulator abruptly admits they are unable to do something or that they didn't do it. You'll be taken aback when a manipulator abruptly offers unfavorable facts. Your ability to think clearly may be impaired as you process, at which point the manipulator will ask, or demand, something of you. Number 8. They give you ultimatums. A demand is essentially what an ultimatum is, and there may not always be much of a choice available. Take it or leave it demands and deadlines are common tactics used by manipulators. Even if you're unsure, it's just another sales gimmick that emotionally manipulative individuals use to win your approval or obedience. The manipulator's selected victim is controlled by this active tension, and their power play frequently succeeds. Nothing in the manipulator's behavior, even if they are bluffing, will reveal the truth to you before you have made your choice. Ultimatums forbid compromise, a necessary component of any healthy relationship and a trait manipulators dislike. Number 9. They make fun of you. Manipulators need power, and they get it by preying on your uncertainties. Sometimes, deceitful people may disparage you unfairly in order to make you feel inadequate. When you call them on it, they'll usually turn it around on you and say, "Can't you take a joke?" They'll say it was humor or sarcasm. This mental anguish could be caused by anything, such as one's appearance, possessions, experiences, or knowledge. Your vulnerabilities will be discovered by a skilled con artist, who will then use them against you. Number 10. They judge you openly. While some manipulators publicly disregard another's feelings by attacking them with judgment and criticism, others openly disrespect another's feelings by using sarcasm to claim judgment. A manipulative individual won't think twice about dismissing, mocking, or marginalizing you. They might continue to exert control over you by continually picking on you. Usually, the attacker gives off the impression that you are flawed in some way. No matter what you do, they will tell you, you will always fall short. Your self-worth is the aim of a manipulator when they lead you to believe that you are unworthy. They can control you more easily because of this. If someone only points out your shortcomings without offering you suggestions for how to do better, they are abusing you. Number 11. They give you the cold shoulder. As a method of control, manipulators frequently refuse to show love, affection, or attention. Whether it be calls, texts, emails, or other forms of communication, they will purposefully ignore them. They keep their position of authority by making you wait while fostering doubt and apprehension in your mind. This strategy makes use of interaction as leverage, which you should be aware of if you've ever received the silent treatment or the cold shoulder. Number 12. They play dumb. A master manipulator will act incapable of doing something they simply don't want to do, like a young child who hates doing chores. Manipulators will act ignorant, as if they don't comprehend what you are attempting to say. This allows them to avoid completing a task or taking responsibility for something they don't want to, leaving you to shoulder the burden. People who are manipulative find it simple to shirk their responsibilities and give you the short end of the stick. Number 13. They play the victim. When a manipulator is exposed for their behavior, they quickly turn against you. Even if their selfish actions caused you harm, the manipulator will place blame on you and claim that you are the victim. It deflects attention from them and could appear to excuse their actions. Gaslighting is a tactic used by manipulators to make you feel crazy for confronting them or even having feelings or beliefs in the first place. Manipulators are frequently very defensive. When a manipulator puts all the blame on you, don't believe them. Everyone should take some responsibility in most cases. Number 14. They're your friend only when it's convenient. Some of your friends will be there for you no matter what, while others will just be there when it's convenient for them. It's likely that the person you know is a manipulator if they only get in touch with you or appear amicable when they need or want something. Beware of manipulators who try to integrate themselves into your life with the intention of using you rather than becoming friends. Selfish people are manipulative. They don't genuinely care about you and will always put their needs before yours. It might be difficult to process when you become aware of someone in your life manipulating you. But understanding how to react is even more challenging. Whether you are in a relationship, a familial bond, or you work together, a manipulator frequently has some control over you. These scenarios might be challenging to escape from, even if you have the bravery to defend yourself. The best defense against manipulators is to retain your distance, be aware of your rights and boundaries, and keep the conversation focused on them. After making an effort to calm your emotional turbulence, if you find that you still struggle with your emotional well-being, think about getting support. Nobody has to suffer in silence. Finding out how deeply the manipulator has wounded you and learning how to react in a healthy way can both be accomplished by speaking to a dependable friend, therapist, or counselor. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and tell your friends about it so we can make more like it. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.